Joining us live now to discuss this and to talk about the many strands of this developing story that India Today broke earlier today. Satyendra Singh is a former Deputy Director of the Enforcement Directorate. T.S. Sudhir, political analyst. Tom Barakan is spokesperson for the BJP. Will be joined by Sridhar Reddy, who you just saw. He's a leader of the BRS in just a moment from now. I'd like to start with Mr. Satyendra Singh first, who was formerly with the Enforcement Directorate. You've heard everything that has happened today, sir. The very familiar sort of allegations that go to and fro between parties every time there is an Enforcement Directorate action. In this particular case, the BRS, which is the affected party, the one that Kavitha belongs to, says there was no transit warrant. This is an issue that's pending in Supreme Court, and various other violations, making this whole thing illegal. And in those visuals, you can also see an Enforcement Directorate official saying, you have recourse to legal remedies if you want, but we are basically making this arrest. Your view on what happened today, sir, Mr. Singh?
नमस्कार। देखिए, जो आपने ईडी ऑफिसर्स को कहते हुए सुना कि you can take all legal recourses available to you, तो ये लीगल जो रिकोर्स है, लीगल जो भी चीजें हैं, ये तो आज तक ये लोग इनको मिल ही रही है। देखिए, इनको कितनी बार सम्मन किया गया, सुप्रीम कोर्ट चली गए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से इनको टाइम मिला, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि इनको टाइम नहीं दिया गया और ये गिरफ्तारी कोई इलीगल की गई है। देखिए, ऑफिसर जो है उनको जो पीएमएलए में मैंडेट मिला हुआ है, उसी मैंडेट के अंदर उन्होंने गिरफ्तारी की है। कोई भी ऑफिसर ऐसी गलती नहीं करेगा कि वो कोई इलीगल अरेस्ट करे या इलीगल कार्रवाई करे, क्योंकि ये सब जो भी चीजें कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ के सामने रखी जाती हैं और वहां हर चीज एग्जामिन होती है। यदि ईडी ऑफिसर कुछ गलत एक्शन लेंगे तो उनके खिलाफ भी एक्शन हो सकता है। तो ये आरोप तो सरासर गलत है जी। Okay. ये जो भी किया गया है वो गलत किया गया है।
Okay. Former Deputy Director of the ED says that the allegation that this is illegal or malified does not hold water since legal remedies are accessible by the BRS. Sridhar Reddy of the BRS is also joining us. Welcome, sir. Before I go to both the politicians from the BJP and the BRS, which are at each other's throats now, ironically, just a few weeks after they were said to be in cahoots with each other, especially before the Telangana election. Sudhir, I'd like to come to you now. How are you seeing these very, very dramatic developments of the evening? It sort of came out of the blue, as we know most actions by the ED are. Kavitha being flown to Delhi. She's the third high-profile arrest in this entire Liquorgate case. So from Hyderabad, how do you see what happened today, Sudhir?
Well, in the political circles here in Hyderabad, any action against Kavitha was expected even before the assembly elections, which were held in November 2023. So in that sense, this entire action seems to have come at least 3 to 4 months late. This particular action now taking place definitely due to the fact that the dates are going to be announced tomorrow. We have the elections over the next couple of months. This is definitely going to be very important from a political point of view as to what happens in the Telangana political theatre. But yes, as far as the BRS is concerned, and I'm sure Mr. Reddy will talk about it in detail, they're basically focusing on the legality point that there is this case which is being heard in the Supreme Court, the petition being heard in the Supreme Court. Why was there a hurry to arrest her on a Friday evening? But ever since the ED was raiding her house in Hyderabad early this morning, this was pretty much expected. There was speculation that there would be some kind of action taken against Kavitha before the evening was out. So obviously, what has happened is that the number of approvers in this particular case seems to have shifted the entire dynamics of the case against Kavitha in the liquor scam case. Okay,
Mr. Reddy, would you like to add to that? Because your party is calling this 100% malified. You're saying that that K. Kavitha was not going anywhere. The issue was pending in Supreme Court. Why are you saying? The BJP is saying this is due process. The Home Minister speaking at the India Today conclave just now said it is rubbish to call this vendetta or malified politics. Your response, sir?
First, we condemn this illegal arrest. When the matter is sub judice and when it is posted to 19 for next hearing, what is the urgency to arrest her? Are we running away from the country or what? She has been cooperating with the probe agencies from the day one of the allegations made on her. Initially, she was made witness, then made accused. And today, exactly a day before the announcement of election schedule, And exactly when Prime Minister was, is there in Telangana, especially in Hyderabad, in one part of Hyderabad, Prime Minister is there, other part of Hyderabad, this, activity of arrest is going on. What is the message? I mean, it's clear. This is a political vendetta and a joint conspiracy of Congress and BJP in Telangana against us. This is an intimidation tactics to weaken us in the forthcoming parliament elections. And this case is there for the past 1.5 years, 2 years, close to that. Why only today? Why there are no such activities or arrests happening on those leaders who are facing similar charges and who have joined BJP, whether they are former MP Ramesh or Chowdhury or many. There are many leaders.
Let me ask Tom Vadakan that question. Tom, you heard Sudhir say that the possibility or the prospect of arrest had been in the air for some months. In fact, it's actually come somewhat late. The BRS says it's totally illegal. They're also questioning the whole timing of it. 4 months late means as close as possible to the elections. How do you defend it? We've just heard Home Minister Amit Shah speak at the conclave and rubbish the suggestion that this is vendetta politics. But the BRS says, she was cooperating, she was not going anywhere, the issue was pending in Supreme Court. So why this kind of swoop down and crack down and pulling her out of her house and taking her to Delhi?
Shiv, let me put this on record. Earlier, the allegation against the BJP and our government was that they were in league with the lady concerned.
That's right, just a few weeks ago.
That was why they were not arresting. Now, when you arrest her and take her for questioning, then the question is, what is the timing? She was there protesting in New Delhi and she knew it was coming. As the Honorable Home Minister pointed out, criminal cases don't happen on a timeline. They have to go into it. 16 telephones were found at her residence. And there are, smoking gun evidences to establish a connect. 100 crores was, paid up to Aam Aadmi Party. The questions are asked. Now, the southern group who are beneficiaries of this whole exercise.
Yeah, we have those details on our screen. Yeah.
And the benefits that have gone to them, nobody questions that. Tomorrow, the Election Commission is going to declare elections. It is possible they will declare. But ED has no timeline to see whether the Election Commission is active or not.
Okay.
The corrupt has to be inquired.
Okay, but the timeline is going to be seen. When we are so close to the elections, that timeline becomes very, very important. So even if the ED says it doesn't work to a timeline, the politicians are definitely going to see it. Quick rebut, Mr. Reddy, then I'll bring Sudhir in. Yes.
We understand.
Tom Vadakan says ED is working on its own schedule. It doesn't think about timelines, etc.
Even a child of 10 years say how the provinces are functioning in our country. They work at the base of their bosses in the central government and only act against the political opponents. That's what I was questioning. Why these, questioning or arrests are not happening on the leaders who are facing more, charges and joined BJP? Yeah. Because anyone can easily understand. In the last visit to Telangana, probably 6 months back or so, Honorable Prime Minister rather gave a threat. Mamla bahut rangin ho jayega and all that. Now we can see the result of it.
Yeah.
I mean, people can easily understand. If you say, if you can go technically, legally, you might be right. But in people's court, you can't be right.
Okay. No,
I can easily understand.
I understand what you're saying. Tom, I saw you raise your finger. I just want to bring Sudhir in for just one bit of political perspective on this. Sudhir, how do you read the politics of it? The BRS, when we were speaking to them earlier, also said elections are near. This is political pressure being put on, what else is it but the BJP's hunger for a larger number of seats and to expand its envelope in Telangana as well. Some others say this is to put the Congress on the defensive. How do you read the politics of it?
Well, I don't make a direct connection between Kavitha's arrest and what will happen in the elections. But Telangana definitely is a low-hanging fruit as far as the BJP is concerned, more so after the December assembly elections, where the BRS now finds it difficult even to find good winning candidates in all the 17 constituencies. So that's definitely a problem as far as the BRS is concerned. What this will definitely do is to ensure that the BRS vote bank, and especially in the urban pockets of Telangana, especially in areas like Hyderabad, where the Congress did not win a single assembly seat, that will be up for grabs, and the BJP will look to win as many urban seats in particular in Telangana. So out of the 17 seats, the BJP won 4 last time in 2019. It would really look to up its tally, and an arrest like this, a case like this, definitely helps the BJP to put the point saying that we are taking action against any kind of corruption. The BRS is in fact talking about a deal between the Congress and the BJP as far as this arrest is concerned, saying that both the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister have some kind of a deal between them as far as this is concerned. But definitely the Lok Sabha elections as things stand today, and I'm sure the BRS party leaders also concede that to a large extent, is essentially going to be between the BJP and the Congress, because the BRS
not at all.
For different reasons, have a national narrative.
That is their wish.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, quick rebut, then I'll bring Mr. Singh and Tom.
If at all national narrative, in 2019 we could not get 9 seats. Before that, more than that. If that is the right thing, no regional party would get any single seat in Lok Sabha elections.
Okay, but this discussion is not about the BRS's plans. I understand what you say. Mr. Reddy, I understand your contention about what Sudhir said, but I don't want to take this on another tangent because we have limited time. The point he was making is about the immediate impact as far as the Lok Sabha elections is concerned. We'll leave that particular debate for another day, but I want to bring Tom back in for something that Mr. Reddy had said. Tom, can the BJP really kind of sidestep the whole question of timing? It's all very well for the BJP to say the Enforcement Directorate works on its own schedule. It doesn't follow a political timeline. It doesn't matter whether elections are near or far. But this kind of thing does lend itself to that perception that the opposition accuses the BJP about, that the Enforcement Directorate is being used, to apply the screws on opposition parties and political rivals.
I would like to take up the BRS panelist's view where he said, well, it's in the People's Court. People's Court decided the issue. They were wiped out in Telangana.
That is true.
So where is now they have to go through the judicial process. The judicial process, earlier if there's a favorable judgment to them, they say, well, the judiciary is very fair. When there's a problem with the ED, they say, well, the ED is controlled by the center. Can any institution of this country run without an interpretation that, well, center is controlling? The parrots have all flown away. There's no parrot anymore. These are independent bodies. They will take time. There's also a mention about what happens to people who join the BJP. Our Honorable Home Minister categorically stated that the cases will continue. There will be no slowdown in any inquiry.
Okay.
So the point here is very clear. Where is the question of ED cooperating with us? We can't tell the ED to do this or do that. They go by their own judgment, their record, and they have to face the court after all.
Okay.
ED has to face
the autonomy of the ED is a separate debate altogether. But Mr. Reddy, then I'll bring Satyendra Singh in. Yes.
We never stated that we don't have confidence, rather trust on the judiciary. We believe in the legal system of this country and judiciary of this country.
Good that you
do.
But
at the same time, I'm talking about only the probing agencies, whether the ED, CBI or IT. And at the same time, I want to tell you, coming back to the numbers, why BJP and BJP is conspiring today, because despite of many efforts in the assembly elections also, they could not get enough ground. They got only 8 seats. Now even in the parliamentary elections, they know, despite many attempts, Modi ji coming, Nadda ji coming, Amit Shah ji coming and all, taking BRS sitting MPs, they know clearly they cannot get numbers. And especially in urban. Having said they are an urban party in Telangana, they did get only 1 seat in the assembly out of more than 25 in Greater Hyderabad. So one need to understand the timing of the arrest, and today they joined hands with Congress party in Telangana only to weaken us. But these kind of independent tactics are not going to work out.
Bonds with the opponent parties. I mean, this is a crazy allegation. Congress is on its own. They wiped out the BRS, and now they are saying our fight is between Congress and BJP.
In fact,
And
in
what is
Greater
this?
Hyderabad,
That he says we have an alignment with them, so there's a settlement outside. Talk some logic.
Okay.
I mean, there's no
Okay.
logic.
Let's-
Today
wrong.
you're supporting the judiciary. If a decision comes against you,
The
you'll say
BJP,
judiciary is
the
also
the BJP
being
and the
guided
BRS,
by the,
you know,
BJP.
certainly
Would
on a
you?
day like this, Mr. Reddy,
You're
Mr. Vadakan,
trying to
Mr. Reddy,
cause
Mr.
in a
Vadakan,
boundary.
please, if I may, on a day like this, I don't expect the BJP and the BRS to align or agree on this, so we leave it on that point. But I'd like to end with Satyendra Singh ji. I'd like to ask him, ये तो बहुत normal होगा सिंह साहब कि एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट कोई भी काम करे या क्रैकडाउन करे या केस इन्वेस्टिगेट करे तो ये पॉलिटिकल एलिगेशन तो आएगा ही. आपने सुना भी कि पॉलिटिशियंस जो अभी डिबेट कर रहे हैं उनका कहना है कि ये तो बिल्कुल इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैनिपुलेशन है, अब्यूज ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस है. तो आप तो एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट में थे, क्या ऐसा सच है?
जी नहीं, एकदम सरासर झूठे आरोप है. हमारे देश में संस्थाएं जो है कानून से काम करती है. देखिए, मैंने पुरानी गवर्नमेंट में भी काम किया है, यूपीए में भी, और बड़े केसेस से भी के इन्वेस्टिगेशन से मैं जुड़ा रहा हूं. कभी कोई दबाव नहीं आया. और इस सरकार में भी काफी समय तक काम किया है, कभी कोई पॉलिटिकल दबाव नहीं आया. पहली बात. दूसरा, ये एकदम नया ट्रेंड है जो ये आरोप लगातार लगाए जा रहे हैं कि ये एजेंसी जो है इशारों पे काम कर रही है, मोहरे बन गए हैं. मतलब बड़ी नई चीज है. आप देखिए, इस देश में मीडिया हाउसेस पे, मैं मीडिया की बात कर रहा हूं, मतलब मीडिया का बॉयकॉट कर दिया जाता है कि गोदी मीडिया है. जो बीजेपी के सपोर्टर्स हैं उनको अंधभक्त कह दिया जा रहा है. तो राजनीति का मैं कहता हूं निचला स्तर है, लेकिन मैं उस पर नहीं जाऊंगा. मेरा एक ही निवेदन है पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से कि अपनी संस्थाओं का सम्मान करने सीखें. अमेरिका में भी इलेक्शन हो रहे हैं. डोनाल्ड ट्रंप कोई छोटे नेता नहीं है जिनके खिलाफ केसेज हो रहे हैं, जो जमानत भी करवा रहे हैं. कहीं कोई सड़कों पे जनता नहीं आ रही, संस्था पे आरोप नहीं लगा रहे हैं. हम अपनी संस्थाओं की इज्जत करें.
जी बिल्कुल. I'll end with Sudhir. I'm almost out of time. Mr. Reddy, I'll come to you if I have a... Okay, yes, 30 seconds, then I'll finish with Sudhir.
Shift 10 seconds to me.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
मैं एक ही पूछना चाहता हूँ. ठीक है, आप कानून से काम करते हैं और ईडी, सीबीआई, आईटी. एक बीजेपी के जो प्रवक्ता हैं जीवीएल नरसिम्हा राव made serious allegations after cases were filed on two former Rajya Sabha MPs of then TDP, then joined BJP, CM Ramesh and Sujana Chowdhury, YS Chowdhury. They joined BJP. After that, no cases, no trials, no investigation. They were never called. Happily, they went and met the Honorable Prime Minister.
Your point is well taken, Mr. Reddy. Your point is well taken and well heard. You're accusing the BJP of being a washing machine as far as enforcement directed action is concerned. Your point is well heard. Mr. Satyendra Singh may not be in a position to answer on a specific case, but your point is absolutely noted and heard here. And we've done, many debates as far as this allegation of a washing machine, selective application of the Enforcement Directorate. Last 30 seconds to Sudhir. Sudhir, this triangle in Telangana reminds me of the JDS, BJP and Congress in Karnataka, where each side accuses the other two of being in cahoots with each other. Last word to you, Sudhir. How do you think the BRS is going to navigate this family crisis now?
Well, this is going to be tough, definitely, as it comes on the eve of the elections. But I suspect that the liquor case is only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
I think now that after Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, now Kavitha has been arrested, the next big leader who could be the next target could be the Delhi Chief Minister. You never know. Yeah. And that would really make this a big national story. But definitely, its repercussions would be seen both in Delhi as well as in Telangana.